The role of architectural surfaces in the modern interior. We are going to look at architectural surfacing materials, how they are processed and fabricated, as well as options available within each category. We will be looking at high-pressure laminates, metal laminates, anodized metals, and other 3D materials. In each category, we will discuss how they are made, types and finishes available, installation, cleaning, and maintenance techniques, and application photos. At the end, we will look at certifications and related organizations. There are an infinite range of options when it comes to interior architectural products. In this presentation, we hope to show a small range of the diversity available as inspiration to you in translating your own creative vision. Let's start with high-pressure laminates. High-pressure laminates are one of the most common surface materials. They are made from craft paper, impregnated with binders, with a decorative layer on the surface. The entire sandwich is combined with heat and pressure until it cross-links and fuses together into a thin thermoset plastic called high-pressure laminate. Today's laminates offer unprecedented design and budget flexibility. They are regarded as one of the most environmentally friendly decorative surfaces. Laminates are extremely durable, impact resistant to temperature changes and moisture. They display high durability and special surface properties such as chemical, heat, stain, and wear resistance, all tailored to meet market demand. Laminate is one of the most environmentally friendly. Let's watch a video of how laminates are made.
Laminate is a thin decorative surface layer that's usually glued onto a particle board base to create a countertop. Laminate is by far the most affordable countertop material on the market. It comes in endless choices of colors and patterns, from solids to simulated wood or granite. They also use laminate for kitchen cabinets, furniture, and laboratory surfaces. And they manufacture fast food restaurant seating, among other things, out of a thicker, solid form of the material called compact laminate. The back of a laminate sheet is made of a type of craft paper that can be saturated without becoming soggy and tearing. A treater drenches it with resin containing phenol, a compound derived from benzene. The resin doesn't merely coat the paper, it absorbs right through. The paper then enters a drying oven. The hot air cures the resin in a matter of seconds. Now they can wind the paper into a roll. The top of the laminate is called the decorative layer. It's a sheet of paper in either a printed design or a solid color. Solid color papers go through a treater that impregnates them with a more durable melamine resin. Durability is essential because the decorative layer must withstand wear and tear. Two big rollers wring out the excess resin, then the saturated paper goes through a drying oven. With the resin now cured, a cutter slices the paper into sheets. Before resin treatment, the paper was flexible and easy to tear. Now, it's stiff and brittle. Bend it, and it snaps like a potato chip. While the rolls of saturated craft paper get cut into sheets, workers prepare the other style of decorative layers, those with printed designs such as simulated wood grains and granite. The treatment process for these papers is quite different than that for the solid color papers. Workers start by cutting them into sheets the same length as the craft paper sheets. These papers don't go into a treater to be saturated with resin. Instead, workers stack them, placing an overlay on each one. An overlay is a transparent sheet of paper that's saturated with melamine resin. Workers stack the solid color sheets in the same pile, but those don't need overlays because they've already been resin saturated. Now the stack goes to the press room. There, workers put saturated craft paper under each decorative layer. On top of each decorative layer, they lay a textured plate. This will prevent the finished laminates from sticking together. Everything now goes into a press. The intense heat and pressure compress the layers. The overlays bond to the printed papers, and the saturated craft paper bonds to each decorative layer, creating laminate sheets. The textured plates between each set, meanwhile, imprint their pattern onto the heat-softened resin, texturing the laminate surface. The laminates come out of the press fully cured. On the finishing line, machines trim off any excess paper on the edges and sand the back of the sheets. This helps the laminate adhere better when glued to particle board or another type of substrate. To produce compact laminates, workers compile a thick stack of black saturated craft papers and sandwich it between two decorative layers. The press melts and bonds all the sheets into a solid unit. Alternating colors produces a striped edge. Compact laminates are so thick they're entirely self-supporting, so unlike laminate sheets, they don't need to be applied to a substrate.
There are many different grades of laminates: standard, vertical, post-forming, anti-fingerprint, even compact laminates. The main difference between these being the thickness and flexibility of the laminates themselves, controlling the size of the radius that can be achieved. Heat can be used to create a tighter radius on most products. Decorative laminates are most commonly available in 4-foot by 8-foot sheets, 5-foot by 8-foot sheets, 4-foot by 10-foot sheets, and 5-foot by 10-foot sheets. The process of heating the HPL to bend around a substrate form is called post-forming. Most laminates, once cured in manufacturing, cannot be reheated or reformed. But post-forming laminate contains modified resins that allow the sheets to be reformed under heat and pressure. Once heated and formed, the laminate will hold its shape permanently. Post-forming can be used to create countertops, moldings, trim pieces, and cabinet doors. It's helpful in places where a solid or seamless look is preferred, and it is also used to achieve special edge treatments or inlays. Plastic laminate products come in a huge assortment of styles, finishes, and colors, providing nearly limitless finishing and visual design possibilities. These include solid colors, wood grains, abstracts, and anti-fingerprint materials. Anti-fingerprint laminate provides a unique product that can be easily cleaned and does not require any special maintenance plan. The decorative surface is achieved using Progressive Surface Technology, or PST, an innovative product born from market demand that combines an ultra-matte surface finish with the ability to repair and remove microscratches. It offers the following properties. The ultra-matte surface finish provides low light reflectivity, a warm and soft touch, and an anti-fingerprint surface. They are self-repairing. Light microscratches will repair themselves and can be removed using an iron and damp cloth for deeper scratches. Anti-fingerprint laminates are repairable and chemical resistant. Digital custom printed laminate. Any photo that you can come up with can be printed on laminate. It could be a logo, a geometric pattern, beat scene, or just words. Compact laminate, also known as solid phenolic. Compact laminate is paper fiber-based solid surface material that is warmer to the touch than typical acrylic or polyester materials. It can have a decorative and wear layer like HPL, although some designers prefer the organic look of natural craft paper surface. It is typically between 10 and 20 millimeters thick, and it creates a long-lasting, durable solution for high-impact surfaces such as lockers, cabinets, elevator cabs, casework, shelving, fixtures, and partitions. Through-color laminates are different in that they consist of multiple layers of the same deco paper or multiple colors for a layering effect on the edge. Compact laminate itself has a standard craft paper in the center. Textures. Textures range from large embossed patterns like tufted leather to small brush strokes or wiggly lines. There are even many different options for what we would consider a smooth texture. Finishes. The finish is all about light reflectivity, from an ultra matte finish with almost no reflectivity to a high gloss with a lot. By mixing the textures with the finishes, the possibilities become endless. Edge banding is exactly what it sounds like. For cabinet doors and some furniture, a matching or even contrasting edge banding can be chosen to cover up the substrate. The laminate itself can also be used as an edging in most circumstances. Substrates. Laminate must be bonded to a substrate, so adhesives, suitable substrates, and backers are required for installation. There are many different choices for a substrate, but the best choice is a substrate with high internal bond strength. Suitable substrates may include particle board, medium density fiberboard, or high density fiberboard. Unsuitable substrates include plaster, plasterboard, gypsum board, concrete, or plywood. A backer is then used to balance the laminate construction, prevent warping, and protect the substrate from moisture. Backers are generally the same material as the top surface, or one matching in dimensional stability. To avoid warping of a panel assembly faced with high-pressure decorative laminate, stresses resulting from thermal or hygroscopic forces on both sides of the assembly must be balanced. The best results are obtained when a backing sheet with characteristics comparable to the face sheet is laminated to the substrate. Alternatively, balance may be achieved using an ordinary high-pressure laminate of the same thickness on the backside of the assembly, however a different design. Narrow panels for wall applications, held rigidly in place by a securing system, can have just a face side if the backside is protected from excess humidity and covered with a suitable sealant such as paint, lacquer, or a vapor retarding varnish. Adhesives. Contact adhesives may be used for bonding laminates to a variety of cores and should be uniformly applied to both surfaces that require bonding. These adhesives are high immediate bond strength, and once contact has been made, the components cannot be moved. They are particularly useful for applications to metal or impervious surfaces. There are two primary types of adhesives. Water-based adhesives form bonds when the water inside evaporates. They are better for short-term use and are more environmentally friendly. In contrast, solvent-based adhesives form bonds when the solvents inside evaporate, and they are more durable and chemical resistant. Surfaces to be adhered must be sound, thoroughly dry, clean, free of dust and any other surface contamination. When a laminating press is not available, such as on-site installation, contact adhesives may be used. However, this method should be restricted to small areas only. One should ensure full adhesive coverage of both surfaces to be bonded and apply a pressure of at least 50 to 75 pounds per square inch until full bonding is achieved. Spot bonding should never be used. Installation. High-pressure laminate is recommended for horizontal as well as vertical surfaces. Typical horizontal applications include countertops, tabletops, contract furniture, casework, as well as store fixtures. Note that not all laminates are suitable for horizontal applications. Typical vertical applications include wall paneling, interior doors, elevator cab interiors, casino slot bases, bar fronts, and reception desks. Cleaning and maintenance. Surfaces of decorative laminates may be cleaned with a damp cloth and ordinary soap, or a household product like glass cleaner. Abrasive cleaners and powders and metal or abrasive coated scouring pads should not be used on most laminates as they may permanently dull and scratch the finish and make it more susceptible to staining. Some laminates are even verified to work with chlorine. For tougher stains, organic solvents such as alcohol, acetone, lacquer thinner, or paint solvents can be used. Some organic solvents may cause discoloration or permanent damage to the decorative laminates. When solvents are required, always test solvent on a hidden part of the fixture or on a leftover cutoff first. Applications of high-pressure laminates. As you can see, laminates can be used on a multitude of different surfaces. One of the most popular surfaces is furniture. Large tabletops can be seamed down the middle, in thirds, or in case of a round table, can be seamed in pie-shaped pieces. Smaller tables can be made from a single sheet of laminate. And edge banding, or in this case, laminate, can be used to finish the edges. Credenzas are perfect for laminates of all types. Unique laminate patterns can be created to produce a variety of effects. Countertops. This countertop is produced with edge banding. Large presentation tables and lab tables are perfect for laminate. The flexibility of laminate is perfect for custom designs of any number of shapes and sizes, as you can see here. Laminate allows for a seamless waterfall look and a variety of product applications. In this photo, matching laminate has been used for open shelving, drawers, cabinet spaces, and the desk itself. Doors are an often overlooked use of laminate. The durability, along with the realistic nature of many laminates today, provide a high-touch surface for many commercial applications. The industry is seeing a rise in using wood-grain laminates as a value-engineered option for real wood doors. Antibacterial laminates are also a great option to increase the cleanability of any high-touch surface. Closet doors, dressing room doors, bathroom partitions, all are better served with a durable, cleanable laminate. Millwork and kitchens. Residential kitchens are starting to use high-quality laminates more and more and should be a go-to option for antibacterial considerations. Commercial kitchens have always used laminates, but today's more realistic laminates are serving them much better. The anti-fingerprint laminate is beautifully soft and alluring. Coming in a variety of colors, it can be used for multiple applications. Stainless and wood laminate combinations are classic. Chairs. Laminates can be heat bent to create a clean look on stacking chairs and stools. Laminates are a widely used material in furniture applications due to the durability and range of patterns available. The curves of these chairs show off the wood grain beautifully. Additionally, note the matching laminate under counter is perfect for durability. Retail displays and fixtures. These display stands by Krups stand out with this striped gray wood look laminate. The custom nature of laminate allows for many custom features to be added to a display, like this under-counter mounted lighting. In retail displays, where you have hangers and shelving moving around, laminate is a perfect choice to avoid damage and increase cleanability. Wall-hung shelving and custom cabinetry is also a very big part of custom millwork. Note the graining with a very wood-like visual. The possibilities of combining laminate and metal inside and outside of elevator cabs are endless. Elevator lobbies are perfect for the expressiveness of some laminates as a first impression and can be matched to the elevator cab interiors. Lockers. These black lockers create a look of elegance and richness while offering increased durability and maybe even antibacterial properties. Labs are perfect for laminates as they often need to be heavily cleaned. Some options to look for are antibacterial, antimicrobial, and chemical-resistant laminates. Millwork is completely customizable. Hospital panels need to be cleanable and durable. A matte surface can be beneficial when glare or a reflection from lighting could cause problems. Patient rooms as well as emergency rooms use laminates on a regular basis to assist with infection control and durability. With a wide range of applicable uses, laminates can be used for cabinetry, head walls, wall panels, doors, and furniture, among many other things. Here you see the laminate on the upper and lower cabinets to the left, as well as the head wall application. With the natural lighting, glare can be an issue, so the application of a matte surface can be beneficial in reducing glare. Reception desk, wall panels, and doors can all coordinate with the use of laminate, while also increasing the durability with all the moving equipment in the hospital hall. Cleanability for infection control is also an important element in product specifications. Toilet partitions are perfect for laminate with the high cleanability factor. Architectural wall panels. The creativity of these wall panels show that almost any creative idea can be built out of laminate. This application also has recessed lighting behind the panels. Obviously, there's no end to the creativity available. This is an example of laminate that is cut, sliced, inlaid, as well as panelized. Wall panels make a perfect backdrop. Most people don't think of laminate as a surface material, but it can be applied that way and treated like art. This wall panel installation is clean and modern. Here, two different laminates have been paired and mixed for a unique installation. Double-story walls look warm and inviting in a wood-look laminate. Here, they've also been matched to the soffit and reception desk in the lobby. Storefronts in the malls need to attract attention and be durable. This black laminate does both. Okay, now let's go into metal laminates. What is metal laminate? Metal laminates are very similar to high-pressure laminates, except that a thin sheet of metal is adhered to the phenolic backing instead of a photo. These come in a variety of textures and surface finishes. Since the surface is metal and therefore non-flammable, it typically can be accepted as a Class A rating. Decorative metal laminates are made with a phenolic backing and are often used for transforming the appearance of wall and furniture surfaces. Their striking metallic sheen gives countertops, cabinetry, and surfaces a classic look, allowing them to fit into the most sophisticated of designs. Metal laminate products come in a large variety of styles, finishes, and colors, providing nearly limitless finishing and visual design possibilities. These could include brass, aluminum, copper, or hand-painted metals. Like HPL, metal laminates should be adhesively bonded to a substrate or to a sheet substrate, forming a new composite component which will be used in other assemblies. Suitable substrates may include particle board, medium density fiberboard, and high density fiberboard. Unsuitable substrates include plywood, aluminum, plaster, concrete, steel, fiber reinforced plastic, or gypsum board. Adhesives. Surfaces to be adhered must be sound, thoroughly dry, clean, free of dust and other surface contaminants. When a laminating press is not available, such as an on-site installation, contact adhesives may be used. However, this method should be restricted to small areas only. You should ensure full adhesive coverage of both surfaces to be bonded and apply a pressure of at least 50 to 75 pounds per square inch until full bonding is achieved. Spot bonding should never be used. Metal laminates are installed very similarly to HPL laminates and are recommended for vertical interior surfaces and trims. It's not recommended for horizontal surfaces unless it is covered by glass or a clear coating. Typical vertical applications can include wall panels, interior doors, cabinetry, casino slot bases, bar fronts. Typical horizontal applications could include tabletops, contract furniture, and casework, as well as store fixtures, as long as they are covered. Cleaning and maintenance. Like plastic laminates, surfaces of metal laminates may be cleaned with a damp cloth and ordinary soap, or a household detergent like glass cleaner. Abrasive cleaning products, however, or agents such as common bathroom cleaners containing 5% or more of chlorine bleach, should not be used. For heavier use, turpentine may be used, but be sure to test a small area first to ensure that there are no adverse effects. Never use abrasive cleaners, acids, or alkaline products. Applications of metal laminates. Doors, furniture, wall panels, countertops, bar fronts, elevator cabs, retail storefronts, and many more. Doors. These metal laminate sheets allow for creativity and unusual applications. Furniture. Some metal laminates, like the stamped copper, can be used for tabletops and other horizontal surfaces. Wall panels bring attention to the space through increased visibility. These hand-painted coppers are beautiful with the large window light. Bar fronts. This hand-painted copper adds interest and strength to the structure while giving a sense of movement. Elevator cabs. Elevator cabs have a long history of using metal, both inside and out. Architectural metals are inherently non-combustible and generally considered to be Class A fire rated. Okay, now let's go into our third category, which is anodized aluminum sheets. Anodized aluminum travels through a number of dipping pools where it is impregnated with dye onto its surface to create colors. It is then exposed to an anode cathode electronic process. These materials are mostly used on the interior, however, can be used on the exterior depending on the thickness of the layer and whether the dye is organic or inorganic. Most anodized aluminum sheets have color just on one side. Sometimes the back can look similar, and sometimes it's completely different. Let's watch a video about how anodized aluminum is made.
Aluminum, when left out in the elements, will oxidize like iron or steel. But unlike these other metals, aluminum's oxide layer will not rust or eat away at the substrate. Instead, this oxide layer actually protects the aluminum from further corrosion. Anodizing significantly improves upon this natural occurrence through an electrochemical process that grows the anodic layer from the aluminum, aluminum oxide. Aluminum oxide is a translucent crystalline structure from the corundum family of gemstones, like sapphire, with hardness second only to diamond. Since aluminum oxide is bonded at the molecular level, it will never chip, flake, peel, or chalk like coatings often do. The continuous coil anodizing process ensures that every square inch or millimeter of the material spends the exact same amount of time in the process. This provides a much more consistent surface finish, film thickness, color quality, and seal quality. The anodizing process consists of 5 steps, which offer opportunities to customize the anodic thickness, brightness, and color, ensuring that the finished aluminum meets the requirements of the end user's applications. The first step in the anodizing process is pretreatment, where the aluminum is cleaned to remove mill oils. Step 2, depending on preference, the anodizer can treat the surface for a satin, matte, or bright look. Step 3 in the process is where the anodic layer is grown. The more time the metal spends in the anodizing tank, the thicker the anodic layer will be. Step 4 is where the color comes in. Dyes are added directly to the unsealed aluminum pores. Alternatively, you can add metal salts to achieve a more durable, fade-resistant metal finish. Step 5 in the anodizing process is when the aluminum is sealed and rinsed, completing the anodizing process. From here, the finished anodized aluminum is shipped to clients who manufacture parts or panels, providing products for a multitude of markets and industries.
What are the characteristics of anodized aluminum? Anodized aluminum is chemically treated to change the finish color. It can be bonded to a substrate for installation. Anodized aluminum does not burn under normal conditions, nor does it contribute to flame spread or act as a fire accelerant. It can be bent on a break at a 90-degree angle. However, mechanical crazing may occur during forming and fabrication of an anodized aluminum sheet and should be done with care. There are interior and exterior grades of anodized aluminum. The thickness of the sheet metal is described as gauge. Smaller numbers refer to thicker sheets. For instance, 11 gauge is about 1/8 of an inch thick, while 20 gauge is about 1/12 of an inch thick. Metal thicker than 3 gauge, just under 1/4 of an inch, is usually described as plate metal rather than sheet metal. Composition of materials. Aluminum sheets are made of an alloy consisting of a combination of aluminum, magnesium, zinc, manganese, chromium, nickel, and lead, which will contract and expand with significant temperature changes. Fastening. Product sections may be fastened with techniques identical to those used when working with sheet metal. Substrates. Aluminum sheets should be bonded to a core material such as laminate-grade plywood, particle board, MDF, or metal using adhesives and techniques as recommended by reliable adhesive manufacturers. Laminating. The following steps are recommended. Clean the back of the sheet with lacquer thinner or other similar solvent. Use only a perfectly smooth substrate. Apply 2 even coats of contact cement to both surfaces with a spray gun or roller. To form a strong bond, press the laminate in a static press or pinch roller. Hand rollers are suitable for small surfaces only. Apply a backing sheet or seal the other side of the substrate to prevent moisture penetration. Cleaning and maintenance of anodized aluminums. An anodized surface typically requires no polishing. To remove dust or stains, use a soft cloth with a non-abrasive glass cleaner. Flammability. Aluminum and its alloys are not, under normal circumstances, flammable. Aluminum alloys are melted under open flames in furnaces open to the atmosphere. While the surface of the liquid does oxidize, it does not burn. When exposed to a high-temperature heat source, alloy will melt, but during the phase change, no smoke or any type of outgassing occurs. The anodic film on the surface does not melt until the temperature reaches approximately 2030 degrees Celsius. Applications of anodized aluminum. As you can see, there are many applications for anodized aluminum. It can be cut and bent and rolled, and it also can be applied to furniture, walls, partitions, as well as creating structures of its own, for instance, planters. Metals on storefronts are durable and eye-catching. On furniture, metals create a unique and attention-getting surface. This simple installation is clean and modern. Lighting design. Anodized metal can be cut and bent into any shape. Note the creative application of cut metal pieces put together into art form for this lighting. Even larger pieces of art can be created, as in this light fixture. Wall applications. In this application, the designer stamped the anodized aluminum with the company logo and then stitched the pieces together on the wall. The small tables are mirrored anodized aluminum. This sleek black metal is combined with fun perforated metal details. Anodized metal is especially suited for vertical applications. This is an example of strips of copper inset into a wall design. Ceilings. This ceiling installation creates a reflection and affects the feeling of the whole room. Signs. Metal for sign designs allow for an added three-dimensionality. Okay, so now let's look at some other 3D materials. What is 3D material and how is it used? 3D interior decorative products are usually composed of smaller pieces of natural products pre-assembled onto a larger substrate for easier installation. Substrates could range from MDF to fabric to a tile mesh. Some 3D panels are tongue and grooved so that they install tightly together without showing any seams on a large application. This also allows for expansion and contraction of the natural materials. Mounting methods can range from panel installed on a Z-clip to mesh tiles installed with mastic adhesives or thin-set mortar. Materials are typically natural products, woods, metals, etc., and cannot guarantee consistency from panel to panel or a perfect match at the edge of the panels where they meet when installed. Individual panels should be pre-arranged prior to installation to achieve an optimal visual effect. Depending on the natural material used, products may be provided in raw form, stained, or even coated in a variety of lacquers and sealants. It's important to note these finishes before installation. In order to achieve a Class A fire rating, typically an approved fire-rated product will need to be applied per the manufacturer's instructions. Why use 3D materials? Decorative panels and tiles not only lend aesthetic qualities to a project, but can also provide a layer of durable protection. There are a variety of materials, styles, and colors to choose from: 3D, textured, wood, plastic, eco-fiber, metal interior surfacing. These can all be used as a wall element, but also as insets into furniture pieces. There are many things about real wood that make it an appealing building material: the organic grain, the sense of warmth it exudes, and the rich natural colors. Any architect, fabricator, or designer can appreciate the beauty wood lends to a structure. Renewable natural material surfacing products are an even better solution. Cleaning and maintenance of a 3D material. When 3D products are installed, clean the surface to remove dust or dirt. For raw wood designs, it is recommended that 2 coats of lacquer or a sealant be applied to properly seal the surface based on product recommendations. To maintain the original beauty, regular cleaning is the best solution, with light brushing using a duster or vacuum to remove any accumulated dust or dirt. Air sprayers can also be used to clean the surface. For heavy maintenance, avoid excessive brushing or rubbing that may damage the surface. For general dirt or oily spots, sponge the affected area with foam only from a mild detergent. In extreme cases, more than one treatment may be necessary. Applications of 3D materials. 3D materials can be used on walls, fireplaces, hallways, doors, reception desk, wall panels, studio sets, retail storefronts, ceilings, and privacy screens. The use of 3D materials in retail fixtures bring interest and focus. Many different moods and feelings can be expressed with 3D materials. Rustic woods bring a feeling of warmth and movement to the space. 3D materials on the ceiling, with the right lighting, can bring a feeling of intimacy and dimensionality. 3D architectural wood wallpapering applied to doors can take on a whole new look. Perforated panels. Perforated panels can be used in a multitude of applications on ceilings, walls, cabinet doors. They allow for air circulation and acoustic qualities. This comes in wood finish designs, from maple to beech to regular HDF, or high-density fiberboard, that can be painted or stained in the field for customization. Perforated panels come pre-finished and raw with the ability to be stained any color to match your interior. Painted perforated panels tend to accentuate the negative space of the material. When using 3D materials, be sure to miter the corners to continue the illusion of a handmade installation. 3D material applications can range from furniture to walls such as bar fronts, fireplace surrounds, and a multitude of other applications. Okay, so now let's look at some certifications and other organizations related to interior architectural products. There are a multitude of organizations and material certifications focusing on the environmental impact and health, safety, welfare of building construction materials to individuals that occupy these spaces. We are going to cover just a few that apply to these materials. Let's start with fire rating. We talked about anodized aluminum. Anodizing is a safe process that's not harmful to human health. It's chemically stable, non-toxic, and will not decompose. Fire-rated laminates. These are recommended for interior applications where fire codes specify or the environment suggests. Fire-rated laminate can offer a Class 1 or A fire rating, provided that fire-retardant adhesives and substrates are used additionally. There are safe treatments available that will make virtually any surface material fire-rated to Class A without affecting the appearance of the surface. There are several levels of flame retardancy for high-pressure laminates, the Class M1 materials being considered the most fireproof. Laminates can be treated with fire-retardant chemicals that minimize smoke emissions and delay the temperature rise, making it more resistant to fire and ill effects. And finally, metal laminates are generally non-flammable and can be Class A rated since the surface is metal. Some suppliers have developed a new technology for a fireproof laminate, certified FSC by the Forest Stewardship Council. The FSC certification is considered the gold standard designation for wood harvested from forests that are responsibly managed, socially beneficial, environmentally conscious, and economically viable. Many laminates and wood veneer architectural applications, including work surfaces, tables, storage products, wall paneling, and feature walls, are available in FSC certified material. Products with the FSC label include a certified chain of custody that tracks the timber through every stage of the supply chain, from the forest to the final user. Many major companies have policies that state a preference for FSC certified products. Green building products, including the U.S. Building Council's LEED program, provide incentives for using FSC certified materials. The Rainforest Alliance is another organization that audits farmers to make sure they are complying with the 3 pillars of sustainability in agriculture: social, economic, and environmental. Antimicrobial and antibacterial products. A growing awareness of antibacterial resistance, especially in hygiene critical spaces, has resulted in an increased demand for antimicrobial high-pressure laminates. Due to its performance-enhancing properties, high-pressure laminates are often used in high-traffic environments. An antimicrobial additive can be introduced during the final resin bath, resulting in a lasting resistance to harmful microbes, reducing the risk of cross-contamination, and complementing existing hygiene practices. Note the difference in terms between antimicrobial and antibacterial. The NSF, or National Sanitation Foundation, is responsible for safety and sanitation for the food service sector to promote public health. High-pressure laminates fall into the category of other building materials. UL GreenGuard Gold certification criteria for building products and interior finishes. Since the products used to construct and furnish homes release potentially harmful chemicals into the indoor environment, focusing on these pollutant sources is especially important. By choosing products with GreenGuard certification, you are creating a healthier indoor environment for your home, office, or institution, and reducing chemical exposure. The Green Building Initiative, or GBI. Green buildings improve our quality of life through social, economic, and environmental factors. The primary focus of green building standards is to address the impact of materials on the environment. The Green Building Initiative is a nonprofit organization dedicated to accelerating the adoption of building practices that result in resource-efficient, healthier, and environmentally sustainable buildings. There is no perfect surface material for every use and budget, but we can learn a lot about the healthiest and most sustainable options by looking at the raw materials and how each type of surface is glued or melded together. High-pressure laminates are some of the most common surface materials, low-emitting plastic laminate products, often with FSC, recycled, or bio-based content. The paper and panels used in HPLs are usually high in recycled content and may have content certified by the FSC. But formaldehyde, which is also found in some panel substrates, is a known carcinogen. Many HPLs meet CDP-8 standard method emissions requirements. LEED is the most widely used standard in the world. LEED certifications increase health, safety, and comfort. The U.S. Green Building Council has developed the LEED Green Building Rating System, a voluntary, consensus-based national standard for developing high-performance, sustainable buildings. It is a leading program for green building in communities worldwide and offers various certification frameworks, for instance, certified silver, gold, and platinum levels, adapting to the need of all types of projects. The two categories that apply the most to architectural surfacing materials are LEED NC for new construction, i.e. new commercial office buildings. Many other commercial occupancy types can fall under this category, including hotels, mid and high-rise residential, and institutional buildings such as libraries and schools. There is also the LEED ID plus C for interior design and construction. This enables project teams who may not have control over the whole building operations the opportunity to develop indoor spaces that are better for the planet and for people. This applies to commercial interiors, retail, and hospitality. No product or building material may be accurately classified as LEED certified. The LEED rating system was designed to classify entire building projects, and LEED v4.1 is the next generation standard for green building design, construction, operations, and performance. As a high-performance surfacing material, high-pressure decorative laminate should be considered for its green characteristics in cooperation with all materials used in a green building project. HPL alone cannot earn points under the LEED rating system. It must be used with additional materials and adhesives that meet the required criteria for the LEED credits. Categories that high-pressure decorative laminate may directly contribute to are recycled content, regional materials, rapidly renewable materials, and low-emitting materials. Sourcing of raw materials includes wood products and FSC certification. HPDs are Health Product Declarations. The HPD Open Standard has become established as the leading industry standard for reporting building product content and associated health information to provide a well-defined method for accurate, reliable, and consistent reporting to facilitate making decisions. It is incorporated as a reporting tool in many leading certification programs, such as LEED and WELL, and it is also the foundation for industry efforts to establish a single method that can simplify specification information about building products and health characteristics. The product HPD is the format that you have been familiar with if you have seen the HPD before. It reports on the contents of a complete product. Examples of certification and compliance in relation to high-pressure laminate may include VOC emissions, formaldehyde emissions, and FSC certifications. EPDs are Environmental Product Declarations. There are 5 steps of a product life cycle, from cradle to grave. The raw material extraction, production and manufacturing, distribution and installation, the product use, and finally disposal and recycling. An EPD is an independently verified and registered document that communicates the life cycle of the environmental impact of various products. It is not an approval of a product, but describes building materials, construction products, or building components in terms of their environmental impact based on the product life cycle, of cradle to grave. The Living Building Challenge is primarily about the use of healthy materials. It issues the following challenges to all design professionals, contractors, and building owners: to transform the way we create the built environment radically and eliminate any negative impact on global health. To politicians and government officials, to remove barriers to systematic change and to realign incentives to truly protect the health, safety, and welfare of people and all beings. And finally, to all humanity, to reconcile the built environment with the natural environment into a civilization that creates greater biodiversity, resilience, and opportunities for life with each adaptation and development. Thank you. This concludes our program. And thank you all for your participation. In the coming days, you will receive an email with certificates and links to additional resources and information. Credits earned on completion of this course will be reported to the IDCEC for members and certificates issued for AIA or self-reporters. If you have any questions, we are happy to answer at this time.